vacation with Norwegian Cruise Line is so...
Okay. We are ready to start rolling.
Sounds good.
Okay, so just general thing we do first, just the general mic check to make sure everything's going good on both ends. So just you can babble on about anything at this point. But how are we doing today?
Besides this heat, I honestly not too bad. Got to sleep in, so a nice good weekend so far.
Yeah, I was trying not to sleep in because I had stuff to do, but just every time I hit my alarm, I always sit like 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes, then it turns into almost an hour, and I'm like, ugh!
No, I know that exact feeling. It felt nice. I normally get up at 5. Felt nice going all the way to like 9, so.
Yeah, I feel that. But I think you sound good. If you don't, I think you sound good. If you don't sound good, I hope chat will tell us otherwise. But
Hopefully,
are you ready for
my streaming setup? So.
Yeah, I know. But always problems can always arise because it always happens. It can always happen with the live show tech issues. I mean, heck, I'll be brutally honest. I don't know if we were gonna be able to do today because my power went out about an hour before we went live.
I'm in the same boat. That there's tornado, lightning watch, right? So I lost power last night, so not power up, internet last night. So I'm glad we were able to get it working today. So
yeah, I'm glad we're able to get today going too. But anyway, ladies and of course.
Speaking of tech issues,
my mic turns off before I do my intro. That's always funny.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
This sounds better. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the fellow pokeNERDS of the world, welcome to the pokeNERDS Incorporated podcast, a Pokemon exclusive podcast just for us pokeNERDS to sit down, relax, and get to know other fellow Pokemon content creators in the Pokemon community. I am your host, your man Spence from the Poke Network. And ladies and gentlemen, the guest of honor today who is in the hot seat is a Pokemon enthusiast to the bone. He is a shiny hunter. He is a Nuzlocker. He is a speedrunner. He is a card collector. Pretty much anything Pokemon-wise, you got this man for. He's also a variety gamer, so kudos to you. But ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the pokeNERDS Inc., the Chimchar man himself, Dray 715, or is it 715?
either or.
Either or. Do you have a preference either?
I also
have
go
a
by
preference?
yard 517.
517. How do people mess up 715 for 517?
No. If you think about yard, spell that backwards.
Oh, gotcha. But yeah. Do you have a preference either or of 715,
Either
715?
or. Either or works for me. How long it? One time, somebody asked me if I respond to 9:32, and I was like, sure.
I hear you. But anyway, Dre, before we kick off the festivities, I want to thank you again for not only having interest in appearing on the show, but also taking time out of your day to, join me for the show for a couple hours and let me pick your brains on what makes you the Poke nerd that you are.
Love to be it. Thanks for the invite.
No problem on my end. It's always nice to meet the people that Tom recommends, because I may not be familiar with those people, so it's nice to finally get to sit down with you and find out what you're all about,
Yeah.
But anyway, without further ado, do you want to kick off the interview?
Yeah, let's go. Go right into it.
So the first thing I let you do is I give you a chance to introduce yourself, explain the types of content you produce, and also just a retrospective of your Twitch journey, like where you started, what got you into it, and where you are now. So, Dre, you have the floor. Speak away.
Sounds good. So, I'm kidding. I'm not going the Coco route, but
you can do that. I don't care. I like long introductions.
Really, what happened? I've had an off and on journey, fascination with Pokemon. I'm not gonna lie, my earliest memories that are consistent are when I was like 9 years old playing Diamond and Pearl. But I do remember being like, what, 5? Going to the dentist, they played Pokemon, which was a cool experience. So
I wish I
that's
had
my
that.
earliest memory.
I wish I had that. My dentist's office, my dentist's office at 5 years old traumatized me for the rest of my life. If they played Pokemon, I would have been so happy.
That was the only thing I remember from the dentist. That and crying when I leave. So
Definitely
I'm like,
crying.
I don't remember what happened in between, but I do remember going in, being bamboozled, being like, "Hey, we're gonna go to the place you like to watch the show," coming out crying, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, it's still on." But yeah, that's my earliest memory. Next earliest memory is probably like a bookstore. You know, Pokemon was big in like the early 2000s, so I don't know. I just remember walking away winning a Pokemon book. And then my next memory is really 9 years old, playing Pokemon Diamond, getting the full Aroma Town, and I consistently do not remember how I ever got past Aroma Town, because in Valley Windworks, I don't know if you're familiar, they take over Valley Windworks, and
Yep.
what they do is there's this guy with a key. He locked the key in. I wasn't smart enough. I'm still not smart enough. I still have to look it up. I have to remember that I have to go all the way back to Floroma Town and find the extra key to get in. Every time I did it, I played the game 4 times when I was like 9 and 10. I've had a friend do it for me because I was never smart enough to remember I have to go to where that old guy who sells honey is. I've always gone back everywhere else except that one area, so. That was my biggest frustration. The only caveat I have for Gen 4. Other than that, I played, and then Gen 5. I skipped, I was freshman in high school. It's that, I gotta give it up. Came back Gen 7 watching Shady Penguin. Shady Penguin got me back. I was really big into YouTube. Shady Penguin's Road to Ranked got me back right into Gen 6. And I played ever since, so.
Well, why'd you decide to become a content creator?
Honestly, it's weird. It's a weird journey. So, I forgot who it was. I stumbled onto Twitch because I needed content to watch. I was a big YouTube person, so watching YouTube videos. I normally have I guess what we have as works on Twitch. I normally just watch them in the background, as I'm doing work, as I'm writing papers, doing homework and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I ran out of content because I go through a lot of videos quickly, so stumbled onto Twitch because I was looking for somebody to watch, and I forgot who it was, but I know some of the people I met early on were Salt Queen, Evie, Colleen. It was 2 or 3 years ago, Ada, and then just started having those on instead of videos, because, videos are often every other week, every week, so they're not as daily, and I go through them quickly. I finishing them off, once it's published, I'll be done an hour later. Nothing else to watch, so. Been on Twitch more and more the past 3 years. Started streaming in was it almost 2.5 years now? And I don't know, it was that feeling of where I kind of just wanted to play games online. And also emotes. I just wanted emotes that I didn't have to pay for. Being subbed to other people, so that was part of it. And also, I don't know. I really just having a place where I don't know, I'm really big into Pokemon challenges, so I'm I want a place where I can just have them recorded. I didn't realize, at the time, Twitch VODs go away, unlike YouTube, so I was okay, I need to actually save them, have them posted on the YouTube for the speedruns.
Yeah, I mean, Twitch VODs can be highlighted and saved on Twitch, but thanks to Twitch's stupid new policy, you can only have 100 hours of of content stored, and yeah, now that was a big kick in the nuts for a person like me who had almost 700 hours of content stored on his channel.
And that came with an out warning too, like they were like almost immediate. So
I
don't know how you did it.
Yeah, we got like a month left to prepare for the content purge.
Yep. Interesting times we're in right now.
Yep. Yeah, I had to take all my podcast VODs off of Twitch and obviously I have them on my computer and they're on YouTube, but still.
Yeah.
But anyway, if any of you guys are from Dray's side of the world, not sure who I am, just let me introduce myself really quick. My name's Spence. Welcome to the Poké Network. But I've been playing Pokemon games pretty much since 2003 and 4. I've been playing Pokemon pretty much since Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, and I've been consistent with playing Pokemon at least one version every time it's released. And like in order, I can remember playing Leaf Green, Diamond, White, Black 2, Y, and then once Sun and Moon came around, I played both versions, and Ultra Sun and Moon played both of them. Pretty much since Sun and Moon, I played both versions of the game. But what got me into creation is that I kind of like you. I was really big on YouTube, or I was really big on watching YouTube videos, and I watched from Here to Kingdom Come for content creators. I watched Shady Penguin, I watched Patters, I watched Game Boy Luke, I watched M&J TV. You name the creator on YouTube, I've probably watched him back in the day. But I was always inspired by these guys because they were always like posting these shiny hunting videos and Nuzlocke challenges, and I'm like, man, this is so cool. I really want to do something like this someday. I really do. And after I got a few years under my belt as a shiny hunter, because I only started shiny hunting since the Sun and Moon era, I decided I wanted to become a content creator. So in 2019, I decided to reach out to M&J TV through email, and I had no idea if he was going to respond or not. I had no idea if he was going to respond or not, and to my shock, he actually did. So I got some advice on what to do to start going, and I didn't bite the bullet until about a year later when I had some money to invest in a startup PC, and pretty much from there, it's that I came into Twitch completely blind. It was probably my Achilles heel because I didn't establish myself as a presence on Twitch to anybody, whether it was a Twitch streamer or a friend of a Twitch streamer. Like, I just came in there as a complete dark, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing for like the first 6 months. So it wasn't until finally I started in June 2020, and then in January 2021 I finally got affiliated because I finally started doing it the right way. And it pretty much snowballed from there. I've done well over two dozen challenge runs.
Nice.
I have gotten hundreds. I've probably gotten over 100 shinies on stream in the last few years. It's just been a journey. That's all I can say. Also, we gotta hydrate. So if you got something to drink, go ahead and drink it.
Okay. Definitely needed that.
Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much the quick tutorial, the quick and easy version on how the Poké Network came to be.
Nice. Honestly, I love the idea of like the podcast. Very unique. I'm at least in this space,
Yeah, I mean, I've spoken about this on As the Pokeball Turns, but the reason I started doing this podcast series was because I really enjoyed doing podcasts because I knew somebody in the variety community who did a podcast. And I was like, hey, if you ever need a guest for the podcast, shoot me a message. I'll be there, and he did. So I've been on his podcast. I've been on another person's podcast. And I'm like, I really enjoyed the podcast experience, and I'm like, there's a lot of people out there in the Pokemon community that I know but don't really know, so I decided to, reach out to people and see if they'd be interested in letting me interview them, and like over 2 years later, I've interviewed over 30 creators, and it's just been a blast.
Right.
I believe now with you, this makes actually an even 3 dozen creators.
I love the number 36. Great number.
Great. But to continue onward, so where did the name Dray 715 or 715 come from?
Yeah, so very unoriginal. Like Dray is one of the nicknames I had growing up. So it's just a shortened combination of my full first name. So technically it's D-Ray, but I prefer Dray just because it's more, what's the word?
Rolls off the tongue better?
Yeah, it does, And also, like, I don't want a dash in my name, so.
I feel you there, brother.
And then 715. 7 and 15 are my favorite numbers just because that's my birthday, so.
Oh, so you were born 715?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So in about 4 months, we're gonna have a party.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? I know around that time I probably will be moving, but maybe I'll have a move-in birthday party. Who knows?
I wish I could move. I honestly I love the place. I love this place. I've spent almost all 5 years I've been on Twitch in this one location in this same sitting, but at the same time, it's just getting really hard to live alone.
Oh, yeah, no, I feel that.
Not because I'm lonely. It's just that
It's expensive, let me tell you, because heating, internet, utilities, just all by yourself and not splitting it, so much money.
Yeah, I know that, especially when you got a car payment on top of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel that. Hey, Travis, can you redeem Raphael's points? That's actually a topic we'll get to later on. But anyway, so I don't believe you know this, but the Poké Network's not my original channel name.
Is it not really?
Nope. Well, Poké Network has been my channel. Well, my main channel name pretty much since the inception. But let me explain where Poké Network came from. So, Poké Network basically is a sum of Poké because I wanted people to identify me as a Pokemon person. So I decided I have Poké in my username. And network came from my college days because I went to school for business administration, and I don't know if you know anything about college business courses, but they have a lot of group projects. I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
So I had to network and collab with a lot of people, and I'm like, network. So when I was starting to develop my channel name, I was like, Poké Network. This rolls off the tongue. It sounds cool. Yep. And so when I submitted it to Twitch, of course it was taken. So it's actually taken by an inactive account. It's actually by an inactive account. So it's like, what am I to do? So at first I was like, what the heck am I gonna do? I didn't think of V at the time because I thought it was gonna be too generic, and I wanted something unique. So I decided to put an S in the front of my name with a hyphen and call myself S Poké Network. A little bit. It's a little.
S Corp.
What?
Is it like the S Corp? You know, like corporation. Is it S Corp? I forgot what it was.
Not really. I didn't really think of it that way. S is just my first initial because my name is Spence. Yeah. But the problem is Twitch doesn't allow you to use hyphens, and I don't like using underscores. So the S and the P in my name was right next to each other. So you can imagine how many people over the years mispronounced my name.
Oh.
With lots of variations. Like literally, I've been called everything from S-Poke to Spoken Network. Yeah. I hated it so much. I hated it so much. Then in 2023, I'm like, I've had it. I'm changing my name. 2023, I've had it. I'm changing my name. So that's where the Poké Network came to be because I was tired of the S. I put in the V. And I and also I like to put the emphasis on the because I am the Poke Network on Twitch. I'm not the Poke Network. I am the Poke Network.
Yeah. It is honestly like pronunciation matters.
Yeah, I don't get offended if somebody calls me the Poke Network because they may not know that they may not know that I have an emphasis on the. But at the same time, at the end of the day, as long as somebody calls me Poke Network, that's all I care about.
So we can't call you Spooky. Are we sure about that?
Oh God, that was the worst one, and I hate it so much.
I figured. I was like, in my head, I was like, okay, what's the worst way to say that?
That was the worst one, and I hate it so much. But yeah, name chaos. That's where I got into play. Okay, so now let's actually get into the nitty gritty on what makes you the Poke Nerd you are. So it goes without question what your favorite Pokemon is. So explain to the masses why it's the little monkey.
Oh, I was gonna say it's I'm kidding. Okay, right now, actually, though, behind the scenes, don't tell Chimchar. I have 3 favorites. Munchlax, Squirtle. Okay, Munchlax / Snorlax. More Snorlax than Munchlax, Squirtle, and Chimchar. Those 3 are my top 3. They alternate from time to time based on plushies.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was about to say, like, do you plan to get one of those life-size Snorlax plushies at one point?
Oh, the beanbag?
Or yeah, like the Snorlax beanbag?
That was in the talks, but now I have a beanbag. So, when I was buying my beanbag, I thought about it. I'm like, do I spend an extra, what, $150 for the Snorlax? Or do I buy like a regular beanbag that can be a bed? And went through this with a friend of mine. He told me, don't get the Snorlax, and that's the biggest regret of my life.
Okay.
So, I will say, I am on the lookout for the beanbag Snorlax right now, if I can find one. But they are expensive.
Well, as the old saying goes, you pay for your pleasure, so
Yeah.
But why does it alternate between Chimchar, the Snorlax line, and Squirtle?
So each one has like a very specific like sentimental value. Chimchar, I just really like monkeys, and I really like fire type. Really, my 2 favorite types are normal and fire. What am I doing? Chimchar was my starter Pokemon in Diamond. I always chose Chimchar.
Me too.
Piplup in the anime annoyed me. Me and Piplup have a feud, and Turtwig's just there.
Turtwig's just there.
Snorlax honestly carried me through Red and Fire Leaf Green so many times that great, my favorite anime character on Ash's team, and honestly, it's just a great, funny design.
Yeah, Snorlax is can definitely be overpowered. Like Ash's Snorlax was something else because how could that thing move as quick as it did, and how the heck did it use 6 moves in a single battle?
Was that the Greta fight, or I forgot which one it was?
It was I think it was Greta, the fighting type, the battle arena. Yeah, the battle arena. Yeah, I'm surprised I remember that because the Battle Frontier anime just is a little in my mind. Good arc, but I have a hard time remembering who's who.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. Gen 3, like Hoenn, Battle Frontier, favorite anime arc. Those just get jumbled with Johto for me just because they're so similar.
I never got the correlation.
I meant like when I was watching, I watched those around the same time based on Saturday morning cartoons. For me, when I was watching it, like they showed a Johto episode, then a Hoenn episode, so
Yeah, I'd say the Hoenn a little bit more. What's the word for it? I don't know how to describe it. It seems like it's a little bit more drawn than it was back in the Johto days.
I can see that.
I guess that's the best way I can put it. Well, mine I literally wear on my sleeve. My favorite Pokemon I wear on my sleeve. Obstagoon.
Good pick. Good pick.
Yep, good boy Obstagoon. Obstagoon has become my all-time favorite, and I like when Gen 8 came around. Like, I didn't think a single Pokemon introduced in the generation would hop into my top 10 or just on any reason. But boy, was I proven wrong, because the second this thing came onto the screen in the trailers, I'm like, holy shit. When I saw this thing for the first time, I was mesmerized and I was amazed. I was like, this thing looks so cool, and I was just shocked that Galarian Linoon got a branched evolution. I'm like, holy shit! So yeah, design-wise, this thing is just absolutely menacing. Love Black and White and Red, and it jumped into my top 10 based on looks alone. And then as I started using it in Sword and Shield, I used it on my very first Sword team, and it was like I initially used a Reckless set, but then after I learned about Guts, I'm like, yep, Guts set it is.
Oh yeah,
this thing is a monster with Guts. It's an abomination, especially when you give it Facade. It's just so damn powerful. Especially like I've used Obstagoon in Shield. It just wrecks so bad, so much harder. But yeah. Like,
especially with the Ghost Gem.
Yeah,
Alistair stands no chance.
Yeah, absolutely no chance. When I started my channel, I knew I needed like some sort of Pokemon representation, so I decided to go with Obstagoon because at the time Darkrai was my favorite Pokemon of all time, and Patters was using it as like a co-mascot, and I'm like, I don't want to copy it. I don't want to copy anyone. I saw nobody was using Obstagoon, so I'm like, let's do it. So I jumped on the gun, and I'm like the main Obstagoon guy. In like unless somebody shows me otherwise, I'm like the Obstagoon guy in the Pokemon community, especially when it comes to Twitch.
And it kind of goes along with the announcer kind of vibe with like WWE kind.
Yeah, I wouldn't say announcer role. I'd say it's more the musician type deal. I mean, that's what it's like. I mean, for God's sakes, it's literally based off of Kiss.
Yup.
I wouldn't say I'm a big fan of Kiss. I wouldn't say I would say that I'm like that because of Kiss, but I do like rock and roll though.
Really good one.
Appreciate it. Same with you.
Yeah.
All right. So, what about your favorite shiny Pokemon? What do you got for there?
Do you want my actual answer or my politically correct answer?
Give us both.
Okay, my politically correct answer. There's a few. There were a few I really like. Giratina, I'm on a big Giratina craze for, I don't know. Giratina has just ruled my life because of the TCG. Giratina has a great shiny. Really good one. Ponyta for regular Pokemon. Actually, no, maybe Ponyta or not Beldum. Sorry, I gotta remember this. Beldum, Metagross. There we go. Metagross. Either Beldum or either Ponyta or Metagross or Umbreon. One of those three as like a normal Pokemon. So, and Giratina is my favorite shiny legendary, followed closely by Rayquaza, so.
Okay,
those
so
are my
what's
politically correct answers.
What's your real
my
answer?
Controversial answer is Mousehold. I'm not gonna lie, like the feeling My favorite hunt. I'm not gonna lie, it's my favorite hunt because I like torturing myself looking at it. But no, really, I like the feeling of going from blue jeans and a blue shirt to brown khakis, and it's kind of related to like the State Farm commercials of Jake. My favorite meme. So I really like it, and it's also just I don't want to make it sound like I'm trying to be quirky or anything, but it's a normal type. I do like
This-
Mousehold. It's like one of the first shinies I found in Scarlet Violet. Oh, I can't. For some sentimental reasons, not for the memes and being quirky.
This may be the first time in PokeNERDS Inc. history where somebody says a bad shiny is their favorite shiny. I'm not calling Mousehold a bad shiny because there's a shiny that I hate, which is what I believe is worse than Mousehold. But this may be the first time somebody like goes against the norm and says that a shiny that barely changes is their favorite. So
At least I didn't pick one that, doesn't change at all. But like, it's really more the khakis, I relate to the khakis. Blue jeans, they're just not comfortable.
and I've always been a jeans guy.
What about you? What's your favorite shiny?
Well, before Gen 6, I would have said Rayquaza because I am a major fan of black, as you can see.
Great option.
But as of right now, my favorite shiny is my favorite starter, Greninja.
Love it. Great choice.
Yeah. Don't just the black body, the red tongue. I mean, it just screams ninja. Like it's the border. It's the like Greninja looks like it's supposed to be a ninja, but come on, the blue is like so obvious. You could tell that it's like something out of the ordinary. You could tell it's definitely something, but black, that's where you get the the ominous factor of a ninja, because ninjas are normally decked out in black, and I just like that Greninja's shiny is black because it makes sense. I love shinies that make sense. Like, for example, like biggest example is like Palisand and Sandy Gas, because there are beaches that have black sand. So the fact that it's a black sand shiny makes sense. Shiny Minior, its body is black, but its little triangles each have one of the core colors of Minior, so it makes sense. I like shinies that make sense. Wait, what'd you say?
I never realized the triangles are wow.
Yeah, the triangles are one of the 7 colors that it can be when its shield breaks down.
Hey, I never realized that. Dang. Attention to detail.
Hey, you learn something new every day. Yeah, just awesome shinies. I know I mentioned more black shinies, but come on, can you blame me?
What's your favorite non-black shiny?
My favorite non-black shiny probably Umbreon doesn't technically count as a black shiny because it's...
No, I count that.
Yeah, Umbreon, definitely. Umbreon definitely has a great shiny.
Definitely.
S.
One of my top 10s right there.
Yep, double S tier. Well, you pretty much touched up on this topic a little earlier, so give us a little more detail as to why fire and normal are your favorite types.
Yeah. Okay, first, we'll talk about fire, I guess. Actually, let's talk about why I don't like the other typings.
Okay.
Water, Piplup, grass, Tropius. We're honestly really fire and normal, really just because Chimchar and Snorlax. Water would be like my third favorite just because of Squirtle. But I don't know. I have a very tough argument for making it water when Fairy is a really good typing for third. Fairy's grown on me, so really it's based on like they're the typings of my favorite Pokemon. But honestly, I just love the potential of normal. Like it's very I'm a very underdogs kind of guy, so I like rooting for the underdog or whoever is like not favored to win. So during the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight, 100% rooting for Mike Tyson because he's the underdog. Any battle against Cincy, I'm rooting for the trainer. But yeah, no, really, normal just has a versatility that it's just a wide ranging, like in terms of design too. So I'm like, I really like the variations, even though like the basic normal types are kind of similar. I do like the variations in them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the fact that Obstagoon is part normal because it just gives him a quad weakness to fighting, but
Yes.
the fact that it does have normal means a lot because, like I said, the Facade Guts set
Yes,
makes Obstagoon an
yes.
absolute menace. But yeah, I mean, if normal had at least one super effective hit, it probably would be a much more appreciated type. But for
Yes.
some bloody reason, Pokemon decided, hey, out of all the types to not get a super effective bonus hits, it has to be the normal type. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just how it happened.
I guess it's just average. I don't know. Like, it's always
Yeah,
interesting asking the question of what makes it normal, you know?
I have no idea. I mean, some Pokemon have the normal typing and they don't need to be normal types. I know they've just added on there so that way it just it would fill up the gap of like Pokemon unused type combinations like Drampa, for example. Why does it need to be normal type? For example, why does it got to be normal type? I mean, it's just another goofy looking dragon type. Why does it got to be normal? Is it because it's white, or is it because like it's themed off of it has like a grandpa theme? Like, I don't know.
Probably one of the questions we'll never know.
Yeah, it's like how many looks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Exactly
The
where I
world
was
may
going
never
with
know.
that. Yeah, fire. I don't know. Also, like fire types, I guess. I like cooking, so you need fire for cooking. So kind of like Crispin.
I was just about to ask, do you like that character?
Yeah. I can relate to Crispin, except he makes a lot better food than I do.
Probably me too. Even though I'm a decent home cook, there's still a lot more people that cook better than me.
Yes.
All right. Well, if I hadn't made it blatantly obvious, Dark is my favorite type.
I wouldn't have guessed. I would have thought you as a grass type. All that green on your setup. That
Hold on.
leaf
Excuse me for a
almost on your
moment.
shoulder.
Demon. That little shit. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're all good.
My cat knows where his food is, and he actually he somehow gets the cupboard door open and tries to like go at the food. I feed my cat in normal sessions, guys, and apparently it's not enough for that little bastard. He's a greedy little bastard.
So you're telling me your cat's a dark type?
His
Smart
name
and
is
cunning.
Demon. His name is Demon. Hold on, let me show you this little bastard. I don't think you've seen him.
I have not.
Here.
Oh, yep.
Black and white. Crazy.
Just
Yep.
like Obstagoon.
Yep. So yeah. Why is Dark my favorite? Well, considering all factors, I love Dark types mainly because I relate to them, mostly because I won't sugarcoat anything. I've had a pretty fucked up past. And I've had to deal with a lot of emotional trauma the last few years. So I relate to Dark types because they're always they always got like the dark rep, and it's always about the darkness of Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I always feel at home with them because I can relate to them, because I can understand pain, and on top of that, I always feel misunderstood. Not for emotional reasons, because I'm autistic. I always feel like I'm misunderstood. Not like it's nothing nobody ever did for any. Jesus Christ, Demon! Knock it off! I gotta keep an eye on you, you little bastard. Ugh. But yeah, dark types are always like a misunderstood typing in my opinion. So I could just relate. So I feel like I could just relate the dark types, and plus I've always used pretty much since Generation 5. I've used the dark type on my team, whether it was Black and White 2, Sword and Shield, Alola, Gen 7, Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon, X and Y. I've always wound up using a dark type. So yeah,
He was just acting like she's all innocent. Or he is.
Yeah. No, he's not innocent. He's not innocent. Trust me. He's not innocent. Not by any sense of the word. No sense of the word.
It's always interesting, too, with dark types, how the translation, like, in Japan is evil type.
Yep. And that's a point I always bring up because dark types, even though they're classified as evil, they're not evil. Yeah. Have you ever watched the anime? Misty's Togepi got picked up by that Houndoom, and Houndoom treated it like a princess.
Yes. And then Absol, like the messenger of natural disasters, always misunderstood.
Bingo. Another Pokemon I relate to. One of my, basically my favorite Gen 3 Dark type. Way past Gen. What am I thinking?
Way back in Gen 6 when it kidding.
Okay, so what would you say is your favorite Pokemon game and why? And if you have a favorite spin-off game, list that as well.
Okay, here's some lore. I'll do the second one first. My first Pokemon game was Pokemon Pinball, Ruby and Sapphire.
Okay, hold on. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's. Will you quit interrupting the show? Jeez.
I'm surprised you could hear that. Like they're like demons in the cupboard.
Oh, trust me, I can hear him going at that bag. But anyway, back on topic. You said Pokemon Pinball?
Yeah, no, that was my first Pokemon game.
Interesting. Well, what would you say is your favorite?
Favorite spinoff?
Well, spinoff or main
series. Conquest. If you've ever heard of it, have you heard of Conquest?
Yep, I've heard of it. Never played it though.
It's a fun game. It's like a more of a JRPG kind of format of Pokemon. I don't remember what based off. I don't remember the exact name what based off of, but you try to unify a country using Pokemon, and it's pretty fun, I will say. And those two games, if we get a port or a remake of, I will gladly make my make my day. That's what I wish for every direct.
Or if the Switch finally just released legacy content.
That'd be nice. That would be nice.
Alright, well, what about the main series? What would you say is your favorite main series game?
Main series. This one's a tough one. I played every game now at this point. In some form.
Yep.
If you asked me a year ago or two, I would have told you Gen 7, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the story, I cried. Actually, I cried when Sun and Moon, like, during that first time I played Sun and Moon, I cried. But Ultra Sun and Moon just made it a lot better. If you ask me now, although Scarlet and Violet get the hate, like, I'm also tired of, like, playing it over and over again, but, like, Scarlet and Violet, I do love the open world access, like, the open world availability of it. My first playthrough was, I literally did a Professor Oak challenge where I caught every single Pokemon I could before any gym, so I got to explore the region before, like, the whole region, caught almost the whole Pokédex before beating Katie. There's that. I love the open worldness of it. You know, you can go basically almost anywhere before that. That or Gen 5. Gen 5 was the gen I skipped. Going back on it, you know, the story is deep. The difficulty is up there in terms of Sun and Moon. or I guess Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. And yeah, no, it's really fun. And for nostalgia reasons, yellow. You can't go wrong with yellow.
I think that's probably the one Pokemon game that I haven't played. Let's see, I played Red, Blue, I didn't play Yellow, I played Gold, I didn't play Gold, I played Silver, I didn't play Gold or Silver, I played Crystal.
Crystal.
Okay, so there's a few Pokemon games I haven't played yet, but okay.
I will say Crystal's by far the better of the three. So
yeah, that's one of the reasons.
You're not missing out on much.
Well, the only reason I got Crystal was to eventually Shining Hunt Celebi, which I did and succeeded twice.
Dang, I on my list. I still got to do that.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I did it on and off for about a year maybe. Then I just stopped doing it. And then the Full Out Showdown came around, and bam, I Shining Hunted it, and bam, I got it, got one, and then I got then I got a second one the day later.
Dang, the odds. That's lucky. I'm jealous.
I don't know how I did it, but I did.
The fact it happened during like an event, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's too crazy. If you would have asked me about a year ago, I would have gave you 3 answers. I would have said Black 2 and White 2 for the story, Platinum for the decks, and overall game, I'd say Heart Gold, Soul Silver. But as of right now, my favorite game period is Black 2, White 2.
I agree. I can agree with that. That's a good one.
Yeah. Same reason for you said. The story is very deep, and it's probably the most well-written story of any main series Pokemon game. Like, the Gen 5 games are just built on a different level that people didn't appreciate back in the day, but the game aged like wine. It got better over time.
Yes. And the fact that it's not a rehash of like original games is great.
Yep. And I like it for the fact that Hugh is my favorite, and in my opinion, the best rival period, is because, one, he doesn't give a shit about the league. He doesn't care about the league. 2, he's on a mission to rescue his sister's Purloin, not to try to become the strongest trainer in the world. 3, every time he battles you to test your strength, to see if you are strong enough to support his cause. Not to say, hey, I'm better than you, let's fight so I can prove it to you.
He's no Gary Oak. I can tell you that.
Yeah, he's not gonna say smell you later. He's basically gonna say, get stronger. I want my sister's Purloin back. Bye. Yeah, those are great games. All right. So let's move from love to hate in this Pokemon relationship we all have. So what would you say is your least favorite Pokemon, and why?
Shiny female Nidoqueen.
It has to be shiny specifically?
Shiny. No, it's also my first shiny ever.
It's your first shiny ever?
Yeah, Nidoran and Nidorina. They're okay designs, and then I evolved into Nidoqueen, and how old was I? 13-year-old me did not like it at all.
I don't think a lot of people like shiny Nidoqueen because it should have been pink, but it wasn't pink.
Yes. Those two colors do not mix well.
Otherwise what?
I was gonna say, like, non-shiny, least favorite, Durant.
You don't like Durant?
No.
Why not?
More of a VGC, like, singles battle kind of thing where, what was it? I was like 7 years ago, I was really big on battling singles on Showdown. I don't know how many Durants I fought, but like Durant, if you don't know, has the same ability of slacking where it has Truant,
Uh-huh.
that causes you to loaf around. It also gets the ability entrainment, so it can pass on that ability onto your Pokemon.
Oh.
And yeah, it's a lot of fun having slacking, but not as great slacking, you know? Those are fun times as a 8th grader, you know?
So, overall, least favorite is Durant. Your least favorite shiny is Nidoqueen.
Yep.
Well, you pretty much
you?
knocked out these two questions, because I literally was going to ask you next what your least favorite shiny was. So you pretty much knocked that out of the ballpark. So I guess I'll do the same, and I'll knock out these two questions one after the other. So my least favorite Pokemon of all time, believe it or not, is a Dark type.
Really? Okay. What is it?
Alolan Persian.
Okay, no, Okay, Patterns will not agree with that statement, but I can see. I can agree.
Wait, Patters likes that cat?
Yeah, no. From what I remember, he had a cat named Leo, and whenever he gets a Persian either type, I believe he names it Leo after his cat.
Oh, I see. Well, I apologize, Patters, if that upsets you, but fuck that cat. I hate Alolan Persian so much. Like, I've never had so much disdain for a singular digital creature in my entire life that I had Alolan Persian.
I will say the facial I just don't like the round face.
The face is one thing. The biggest reason that I hate it is because before Piers and Marnie were gym leaders, there was only one Dark type related gym leader in the entire series, which was the Kahuna of Ula Ula Island, Nanu.
Yep.
And of course, he had to have that stupid cat as his ace. I get there's a scrimmage of Dark types in Alola, but he could have used an Alolan Muck, for God's sakes. It would have made the battle a lot better.
And Muck, I believe Muck has a better base stat, right? It would have made a lot more sense.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because the Alolan Meowths are in the cops' offices or whatnot. But come on, you're on the island that has waste plants, the Team Skull base with all the trash. It would have been made sense too for the Alolan Muck, but no, it had to be that stupid fugly cat. God, I hate that thing. Plus, someone I shall not mention maybe shiny hunt that little bastard a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, but I joke was on him. 192 eggs in less than 4 hours. Bam, I got the shiny.
Dang.
I'm not called the Masuda King of Sword and Shield for nothing. But my least favorite shiny is the whole Armorers, Charcadet, and Ceruledge line. The whole line. Yeah.
You don't like looking them in the eyes?
This is my shiny form in most ways. The no sunglasses is my shiny form. This is my standard form. Standard, shiny, standard, shiny, standard, shiny, standard. I hate that so flippin' much because they design shinies nowadays, and it sucks that they designed some of the coolest Pokemon in the generation with some of the stupidest shinies in the world.
Yup.
I've say this every single time. All they had to do was make Charcadet a burnt out charcoal gray color, and then swap the color schemes of Armors and Ceruledge, and they would have been some of the best damn shinies in the game, especially Ceruledge, but no.
I guess that answers the question I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask you, would you prefer it if they swapped colors, or if they made them variations of black and then their signature purple and orange?
Yeah, I would have preferred the swap because it just would have made sense. I like Pokemon with shinies that make sense, but those don't make any sense. Ooh, that was close.
You get there?
Yeah, we good. Bottle slipped out of my hand. But anyway, what would you say would be your least favorite type?
Great question. I know I mentioned water and grass earlier. They're great types. In terms of fighting in general, like in terms of like something I have to battle, both in the TCG and in just the general Pokemon poison types. Koga gets on my nerves. Just his stall tactics, stall, toxic, minimize, any other way to like stall you out, make it a super long battle where basically you have, what is it with the word, like they basically like just chip away at you. I hate those so much. That's why I hate poison type. Poison type, they're up there in terms of me hating them. It's a great tactic, I just don't like facing them. In general, I want to say that or steel. No, maybe rock types.
Why steel and rock?
No, steel, I was gonna say steel's a better version of rock. Rock is just, I don't know, it's just not great defensively. It's a good offensive type, but like, they don't have a consistent move. Everything's at least 95 at best. That's not like Excel Rock. So
yeah, as the old saying goes, if it's not 100% accurate, it's 50% accurate.
If that. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, Rock, it's great offensively, it's just not consistent. Like, it's just typing, like, it's just there. It can hit hard, but like otherwise, it's not much to it. Steel's a better like defensive type, and yeah, it's just not consistent.
Fair enough.
What about you? I'm assuming it's not dark.
No, it's fairy.
Okay.
One of the reasons is because they nerfed dark types.
Yep.
Why? Dark types didn't need to have a nerf. Why'd you have to nerf my boys?
I feel that.
But on top of that, like, I just hate how much love it got in the generation it was introduced in comparison to Dark. Like, in Gen 2, when Dark types first introduced, this is all we got. We got a pseudo-legendary Dark type and an Elite Four member.
Yep.
Fairy got a whole slew of new Pokemon, old Pokemon as Dark types, a legendary, a gym, an Elite Four ace. No wait, a champion ace Pokemon.
Yep.
So much love was given to Fairy. So like in the game it's introduced, like it just baffled me how. Like, yes, we have gotten dark type love over the course of the years, but we never got a gym till Generation 8! 6 generations after dark type was introduced!
Yep.
It's stupid! I hate it!
Yeah, they gave Fairy so much love to like be the hero to stop what the dragon type.
And Hydreigon is one of my favorite all-time favorites, and it just sucks that he's a fairy type Pokemon's bitch. Like it just baffles me. It just baffles me so much.
You can just imagine Pokemon being like, "Oh, Hydreigon's such a problem. Let's nerf him infinitely." Next generation fairy types.
Oh god, it's just something else. It's just something else.
Yeah.
All right, well, what about your least favorite Pokemon game?
Great question. It has to be one of the earlier ones, pre-Gen, either Gen 1 or Gen 2. I want to say either Gold or Silver at this point. Gen 3 onward, they added so many quality of life. Like running shoes, They've played around with the XP share, so that's a little bit more manageable. So definitely Gens 1 or 2 are up there in terms of the worst, just because they don't have those quality of life. Okay, actually no, PLA, just because fall damage and and I are not great friends. That is my honorable mention. There's a reason I don't play Tears of the Kingdom. Actually, no, it stems from my disdain for Arceus comes from Tears of the Kingdom. So, if you don't know, you start off Tears of the Kingdom on the floating islands after you wake up. I spent 10 hours, over 200 tries. There's this one part where you try to like jump onto the bottom, the earth part, and I didn't realize you had to land on the water, so I kept trying to land on concrete for 10 hours. So yeah, no, fall damage is not any game that has fall damage, not my cup of tea. So Arceus is up there. But in terms of true mainline games that are not time travel games, probably Gold or Silver. It doesn't have the quality of life of Heart Gold Soul Silver. Doesn't have that cool Suicune doesn't have that cool like Suicune moment like they do in Crystal.
I can agree.
Don't have that Celebi. You know, Celebi really made it sure that Crystal isn't in the same lump as the other two. So yeah, pacing wise isn't great. Level wise it's not great. You have to walk everywhere. You have to change your boxes to like catch. And Gen 1 and 2, like Gen 1 games are just too nostalgic. They're also quicker, so
yeah.
You know, if that's the worst one, I would rather play Heart Gold Soul Silver if I had to relive Johto.
Yeah, if I'm ever playing Johto, I'm normally playing Heart Gold Soul Silver.
Yeah, great choice. So much better.
Yeah. But I just ranted about it a minute ago about how X and Y gave so much love to fairy types, but I don't like X and Y. I hate it so much.
It's up there for me too.
There's a few reasons. First off, it really started the whole hand holding like trend in Pokemon games. It started like the whole hand holding trend, and it just like it really tried to make it to like a younger audience, when older audiences are like, what the hell is going on here? This is too easy. Like, I just felt the games were way too easy. Especially like the 8th gym leader is supposed to have a presence and is supposed to like feel like a super hard gym battle. Literally, you go in there with a freaking Blaziken that freaking one shot 3 Pokemon in a row. Or actually, go in there with a use a physical fire move on Abomasnow, or a flamethrower on Abomasnow. Use a hard hitting physical fire move on Cryogonal. It's down, and hit Avalugg with a special fire move, and bam, it's down. It's like there's like no reason that battle should have been so easy, but it was. And on top of that, the Elite Four, I know it copied the trend of Gen 5, where the Elite Four members only have 4 Pokemon. But again, this is also the generation of Mega Evolution. Give Mega Evolution to the Elite Four members, not just the champion. In all fairness, this is the generation of Megas, and you only face a Mega Pokemon 3 times in the entire course of the game. If you only 3 times. If you don't do anything post game, you only face a Mega 3 times.
Yep.
First is the Lucario fight, then it's a Lysander's Mega Gyarados, and then it's Diantha's Mega Gardevoir. Like if you introduce a mechanic into the game, actually make it a mechanic for the hard hitting battles in the league. Like the Elite Four members in Generation 7 all got Z moves because it's the generation of Z moves. In Generation 8, all the Champion Cup battles all had a Dynamax or a Gigantamax, because that's the generation of the mechanic. But the games did not give us like the free will or to fight the mechanic of the game. They let us have the mechanic of the game. Like seriously, a freaking Lucario with adaptability as its like, you know, mega ability as a gift Pokemon before the freaking 4th gym. That's insane.
No.
And it makes the games too easy. Way too easy. Way too easy. And again, the generation introduced fairy types, and so I'm screw you fairy types.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, no. There, Gen 6, it's up, like, that would be my 3rd worst gen. Just a little short.
Yeah, because there's like nothing to do post game. All right, so you also kind of touched topic on it earlier, but like, can you pinpoint like the very first thing you can remember, your very first experience with Pokemon, and give us like the detail of how that felt?
Okay, so going back to the dentist's office, I think it was the first episode too. That, like, at the earliest I remember, maybe I'm, you know, messing it up because the first one's iconic. But I do remember seeing Ho-Oh. There might have been another episode with Ho-Oh. I don't know. But essentially, first memory of Pokemon in general is just going to the dentist, not knowing it was a dentist. They had the TV on, the episode was going. I watched that like the first episode, and then it randomly cut to an episode, the Squirtle Squad episode. So that's kind of where my love of Squirtle came from too. So I remember that, and then from there it's just off and on, coming into contact with it till like Gen 4, where really a friend of mine, an older friend of mine who was like, had a DS. At this point, I didn't have any any gaming consoles or any game like Nintendo DSs yet. It was like 2008. The game recently came out in Japan. I see them playing this cool game. I'm like, what is that? A year later, I got a DS and Diamond, and from there, I skipped a generation, and then we went back, and haven't looked back yet until I played the games I missed.
I hear ya. Yeah, I don't think there was any period in my life where I didn't play Pokemon. I mean, ever since I first saw, like, the first experience I can remember is watching the 3 episodes on a VHS tape from the first season. It was Pokemon Shipwrecked, the Isle of Giant Pokemon, and Tentacool and Tentacool. Yeah, fun fact for those of y'all that don't know, Tentacool and Tentacool is a banned episode in the United States. Yep. But after I watched the episodes, I'm like, this is a really fascinating franchise, and like I didn't really understand the term franchise at the time, because I was only just a punk little 5-year-old kid. So afterwards, I got introduced to the card game, and I was like, this is cool. Then when I finally picked up a Game Boy, and I started playing Sapphire, it just picked up from there. Like, first Pokemon game I started and completed was Pokemon Leaf Green, which, fun fact, started with a Venusaur. First shiny I ever found in Pokemon history was a shiny Hoppip in Leaf Green, which, if you don't know what shiny Hoppip looks like, it's green. So it just made it was, leaves. Yeah, and it has leaves. So it just like, it was the perfect shiny to find in that game as a random shiny. It's like, whoa. Yeah, that was just a really fun experience. And then when we got to the DS era, it just took off from there even more. I played Diamond, I played Platinum, I played White, Black 2. I've already listed all the games I already played earlier, so it's like I never stopped playing Pokemon, and like it just never stopped for me. I mean, Pokemon is my life. That's all I can say.
Wait, where did you get a Hoppip from? I don't remember that in Leaf Green.
I'm pretty sure it's in the Seti Islands.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. I've never really gone there.
Yeah, I ventured in there. I didn't really do too much, though. All right. Next up is the segment I like to call emote elaboration. So
Oh, okay.
if you have any Pokemon themed emotes, post them in the chat and explain to me why they're a thing, or why do you have them.
Hey, give me a quick second. Let me see. I wish this goes alphabetically instead of a random order. Let's see, where is it? I'm like looking for my emotes right here. I have a long list. Where is it? Don't tell me I'm near the bottom. There we go. There we go. Okay.
I'll have to feed him the second we're done here.
Okay, I think that almost there. That should be all of them. I have a ton. I have a ton.
I can see that. Holy crap.
I know there's quite a bit. Some of them we were doing what was it? I want to say a subathon, so I draw them using paint, and I had emote slots, so those were drawn. The only one that's not from the subathon is one of my drawn Laprases, because apparently, if you have, I have 2 purple Lapras emotes. Lapras is one of the Pokemon I still need to catch. And I was told I need a shiny Lapras emote in order to have the Lapras come over and show up. So I got the Poggies one, which is the 4th one on the list, and still to this day, no shiny Lapras. So somebody told me I had to actually draw it myself, and that's why there's a second kind of sad baby Lapras.
Yeah, I can see that.
In terms of other emote, a lot of them were like more of the free ones of some of my favorite Pokemon. You'll see a lot of monkeys. I really love monkeys. Are one of my favorite animals. You see
Monkey.
Mankey. You see Grookey. You see a few Chimchars in there.
Yep.
Fuecoco is one of my favorites, so I love Fuecoco.
Yep, Fuecoco Nation since day one.
So great. And then the other ones are just some free ones I had to fill up emote slots.
I see. Gotcha.
You see a bunch. Eevee is my 4th favorite Pokemon. So you see some Eevees. There's a Munchlax there. And let me see. I had a one of a kind. You'll see the Gibble emote, personally drawn by Tom. The
Yep.
one of a kind emote. So I keep it there as a piece of art, just so Tom can be an emote artist. So great piece of work. This is actually the updated one. The original one is a cursed image that I have in a notebook that I took a photo of, and Tom does not allow me to have that original one up anymore.
I see.
Yeah. My most infamous emote though is probably this one right here, with Chimchar in a cage. There is a long backstory to it.
Yeah. Why is it in a cage? Why is it in a cage?
Yeah, great question. So, if you look at the cage, do you see the colors of the bars?
Yeah, they're purple bars.
Yeah, you know what? A service that purple. I have like a purple like color scheme, like a streaming service.
Oh.
I might have been banned for a month. So that's kind of the origin of this emote. And yeah. And apparently I also cause a lot of crimes. I cause a lot of chaos, and when I'm in trouble, when I get yelled at, I should go to mod jail. This is the emote I use. I also have a redeem where they put me in a cage when I do something bad, like, kill a Pokemon or say something really bad, such as saying, like, Mousehold's my favorite shiny Pokemon. Like, chat can do a redeem where they put me in a cage for all the crimes I've committed. But yeah,
That's
no,
fun.
really, it comes from the Twitch ban. And it was a sad time.
You're now the second guest who have said they've gotten banned before.
Sorry, you cut out. I couldn't hear the second part.
I said you're now the second guest who has said that they have gotten banned before.
Like, sadly, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Unfortunately, let me say, I don't want to say that I'm happy they were banned. Let me clear that up.
Yeah.
Before I get put in the cage.
Yeah, you're not getting in a cage here. There's no cages here. We're all uncaged animals. But you'll find a common trend with my emotes, but here are mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a potential. Okay, Chris drew it, so it's okay. I was gonna say a potential future fairy type. And then all the
Actually, I do have a Grim Snarl emote, so technically I do have a fairy type emote.
No, I was gonna say the it was the Vulpix I saw.
Oh yeah, a Alolan Vulpix. I have a history with Alolan Vulpix. I have shiny hunted and successfully gotten a shiny Vulpix in every game it's available in Sun and Moon.
Okay.
In Sun and Moon. Let's Go. I did the evolution. I did the trades for it, and I got it. I got one in Gen 8. I got 3 of them in Gen 8, and I got one in Generation 9.
Nice.
Yeah, so I gave it gave it a little good pair of shades, and just chill, man, chill.
It's a nice emote.
Yeah,
I will say the shiny Hydreigon. That one's fun. I love that. I love the design of the mini head bonking. Love it.
Yeah, its head's bonking on the table. Just like Shay is an amazing artist, but
yes.
Shay's an amazing artist, but anything she draws winds up looking cute. like for example, I remember one time when Blood Moon Ursaluna became a thing, I'm like, oh my god, this is one of the most menacing Pokemon in the world. How can it look the menacing Pokemon in the world? Shay said, hold my beer. She drew a freaking Blood Moon Ursaluna cute. How the hell do you do that?
I remember that. It's a talent, not the talent, right there.
She is just so talented, one of my favorite emotes, was a Fever Dream. My Pride Tomb, the Spirit Tomb with all the Pride colors.
I see it. Yes.
That was a little Fever Dream. I love that one.
Good one. It works too.
Yeah. I have a few emotes that aren't themed off of dark types, like my Regidrago Shiny Luck emote. Regidrago is my first ever on-screen shiny, so my Luck emote pays homage to that. I have a Lantern emote with the Sushi band, because I call Lantern Sushi, and I fell in love with Lantern after I did an electric-only Nuzlocke and Shield. It was absolutely amazing. And I also have the Poké, my Annihilate just punching the ground, being all pissed.
I love that one.
Yeah, I love me some Poké. Annihilate overthrew, for a while I used to say Sawk was my favorite fighting type for sentimental reasons.
Okay,
and
I was gonna say that's a weird choice.
People would judge me for it because why Sawk? I'll explain why. Because back in the day when I didn't have the internet, I didn't know how to beat Gets's Hydreigon because I kept freaking getting O-code by that bastard. I figured out best thing to do, bring a pure fighting type with sturdy in close combat, one Pokemon fit the bill, Sawk. So it became my favorite fighting type because of finally getting me through Gets's Hydreigon. But when Annihilate came around, it came no contest. Annihilate overthrows Sawk. Poké.
And I'm pretty sure Monkey can beat up that Hydreigon.
Yeah. It just has to outspeed and get through Dark Pulse, but other than that, yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's Monkey.
Yeah.
He can do anything, right?
Yeah. Monkey. But my favorite emote out of all of them is my Obstagoon Pierce fusion emote drawn by Shay.
Wait,
That's my
okay.
yeah, that's my tier 3 one. It's fairly unused in my opinion, but I don't know. Maybe I'll use it sometime down the road. I need to use it more.
I could not like. Now that you say Pierce, I can see it now. I thought it was like a reference to like the Obstagoon performing at the end. Like during the credits.
Nah, it's a fusion of it and Piers, because you know Piers is one of my favorite gym leaders because he's finally a dark type gym leader.
I'm the only cool guy that can doesn't require Dynamax.
Doesn't require Dynamax. Yep, that Obstagoon just plows through everything.
Exactly.
All right, next comes my favorite section of this show, the shared experiences, and this is what I asked for those clips for.
Okay.
So, also let me see. Let me hold on. Let me do this really quick. Let's see. Change that really quick. All right. Now we can both watch it.
Okay.
All right. So.
Remember this one. Okay.
All right. So I kind of he gave me 10 clips. I just picked 3 of them at random, or 3 that had the best headlines. So we're going to see what these are and see what's going on. So let's see what's going on here.
Rhyhorn is here. Venomoth is here. Duo is here. What is that? Execute is here. Is that a shiny? Is that a shiny? That's a shiny! Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that. At the
What the hell are you doing with 800 quick balls?
Yeah, don't ask.
And also, why do you have a level 75 Knackly?
Dang.
Yeah, don't ask.
Can't believe
Don't
that
ask.
we got a full-on
I don't
shiny.
remember why. And the
Rhyhorn
fact
is
that
here.
it's number 1. That also got me. I didn't realize Doduo was number 1 at the time.
My first shiny in the Indigo Disc was a shiny Araquanid.
Yeah, so this was back when the game the DLC first dropped. This felt like a fever dream. This was 4 hours into the stream. What happened was, okay, wait, maybe I'm mixing up my stories. Maybe they're 75 because, oh wait, no, I know, I remember this one now. So, before this is my first time ever playing the DLC. Just dropped. What I did was, I had a crazy idea of opening up a card pack. That's why you see a Knackly. That's why you see, I forgot, was it Tinkaton or whoever. We're only using Pokemon based on the cards that we open at that form.
Gotcha.
That's why we have a Knackly. That's why we have a Tinkaton. That's why we have a weird team. They're all 75 because at the time I looked up what level to be at. In order to hopefully beat the game. Instead, the trainers were at 75-ish VGC level, so that's why I went in with level 75. If I remember correctly, I lost the battle against Lacey. That duo combo of Mine and Plusle, I hated it. And I think before this too, I finished the DLCs and the main game on 2 separate copies, so I had to replay. I was planning to do this right as the game dropped, the DLC dropped, but what happened was I didn't finish the Kitakami storyline in this save file, So we spent the first 2 hours of stream rather than exploring the DLC of Blueberry Academy. We went all the way back to Kitakami, sped ran it, and then did this.
Gotcha.
So it was
All right.
quite a long stream.
All right, let's see what this is.
Oh, this one.
Y'all a shiny! Y'all a shiny! I'm running.
What are you doing?
I'm running! Can somebody clip that? That was a shiny! That was a shiny!
Wait a second.
Oh no, that was a shiny! That was a shiny thought,
What the hell did you do that for?
If you look on the left of the screen, I know it's kind of blurry, but that was back in the day when we had like video pop up during a shout out. So we have Junes up in the corner, kind of blocking what reading it. But I was doing a speedrun, my first ever speedrun. That's why there's a timer.
But still, man, come on.
I was committed. I wanted a good time. It was not a great time, but still. It wasn't because of the shiny, but it's crazy because we literally just finished the tutorial, and what happened was first ever shiny, like no charm. There's no like literally just left, went to go get a Flamigo, and that just showed up out of nowhere. So when people say I have cracked shiny luck, it's literally like this moment, and I've literally found a shiny in every speedrun I've done. So
when I did a dark only Nuzlocke in Scarlet, and I found 4 random shinies while grinding, trying to find while grinding, and none of them were dark types, so I couldn't use them.
So shiny claws did not apply, I see.
Nope. I have yet to find a shiny in the history of my Dark Lock series, and I doubt it'll ever happen.
Dang.
We'll see. Alright, so this one looked interesting. Deja Mew Mew and you were doing a Soul Link. I still have yet to do one. And yeah. I want to see what this is.
One of the reasons why I hate ice types. Actually, can I amend my answers? I like rock types more than ice types.
Alright, let's see.
Oh. Huh?
If you look at our teams, we have a great team.
I'm scared. Brown? No. I think we can do this, right? Look, we did it. Oh gosh. See, I think we'll be fine. This is super effective. I think this should be fine. Oh, he got ice cream cone. Dray.
You didn't stand a chance.
Nope.
I think
Ouch.
I think this will be fine. This should be fine, please. No.
That hurts the soul.
Yeah, you know, this was our...
Like, don't get me wrong, I hate Landorus, but that hurts the soul.
Yeah. It is, quite a time.
Yeah. There are times when you need to get ice cream coned, and that wasn't it.
Yeah, no, I want to amend all my answers where ice cream is one of my least favorites ever. Ice cream cone.
Yikes.
But yeah, no, this was literally after we had like very bad encounters, like very bad starters. This was our like first decent in a while, and yeah, no, I remember wiping a lot to end at this point. It was not fun.
Yeah, that's definitely something. Okay, so now with my clips, so I was doing a custom randomizer challenge in Alpha Sapphire, and yeah, this speaks for itself.
Oh no, I'm scared. Oh. Love it.
No!
Yeah, it cut off right as I was about to drop an F-bomb too. So yeah, actually that was my first I was getting ready to write down my encounter for the area, and all of a sudden, bam, my first encounter is a fucking shiny Mincino.
Dang, like I've never had a first encounter, like true route encounter be shiny. Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't really use that Mincino because its ability and move pool sucked. But it was a nice shiny to find. It was the first time I ever found a shiny in a Gen 6, and first time I found a shiny in a Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, even if it was fake.
I mean, it didn't look like, based on your team, it didn't look like you needed it.
Yeah, I had a pretty. Yeah, the types were randomized too, so that Suicune was actually a fairy dragon type.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, so this one I was doing some shiny hunting, and yeah, look at the egg count for current, and just watch my reaction.
Laurel, right?
Yep.
Okay.
No. All I could say was like I couldn't believe it that I got a shiny that was like my quickest at the time. That was like my quickest on-screen Masuda hunt to date. And like it was like oh my god, how did I get that? How did I get a shiny Zorua? Like my luck during that shiny hunting event was cracked, because in 12 days I found 20 shinies in Sword and Shield. Yeah, and that's actually a good number for Sword and Shield, because come on.
I was gonna say, like, I love the reaction how you're like, nope, we're not dealing with this today.
Like I was shocked. Like that was shiny number 19, and I found a second one on egg 70.
Dang.
That's what another reason I call myself the Masuda King of Sword and Shield.
Do you want to be? Can I have some of that Masuda luck? Like my best is 1.1k.
I don't know. My latest Masuda run-in was over 1,000 eggs, so it's like I don't know. All right, this is one of my most recent shinies, and I'm actually doing a series where I'm shiny hunting the least favorite Pokemon of everyone who's appeared on my show. So your Durant will eventually be on that list.
Perfect. I'm glad it wasn't Mousehold. I'm glad.
Yeah, but. So, this one is Shine Patrols, and
okay.
I was dying to do this hunt because Shine's has become one of my favorite creators on Twitch.
Yeah.
And it's like I really want to give him a good rib, but I don't know how to do it. So this is the perfect chance to do it. So yeah, we were actually talking about him as this thing popped up, so just watch my reaction. Me and Sakaizo. There is no sane man or insane man on this planet that will ever convince. Yo!
Nice.
257 Shining Diggersby! Yo! Yes!
Oh no, not the hail.
Yes! Look at that! Holy shit! I was not expecting it this early. Holy crap! Holy shit balls! Holy crap! I gotta get a snapshot. Put it in Shine's Discord. Hold on. I gotta get a good snapshot. Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap! Like my blood's rushing. Holy shit, y'all! Look at that! Oh my God, Shine! Me and Sakaizo.
Did we catch it? I want to make sure we got it.
Yes,
you know,
yes, I did catch it. I was actually underprepared because because I forgot that it was a ground type, so I couldn't freaking paralyze it.
Yeah.
So I was underprepared, so I just kept chucking balls at it until I caught it because I couldn't
I'm
hit it
glad.
with anything. My whole team was
Yeah.
EV trained in level 100.
And hail, like I was like, dang.
Yeah, I got lucky off the hail. Okay, so are there any other interesting experiences that you have that are Pokemon related you want to share with us? Like, I know you're like, I mean, like if you got any interesting experiences, I want to know. I mean, whether they're TCG related, Nuzlocke related, shiny hunting related, just you got the floor. Let me know something.
I will say, it is. I played this game way too much. Through my Nuzlockes and my speedruns, I can't. It's weird. You get so much knowledge about the games, like the ins and outs. I'm just like, I can't play this game the same way anymore. So I don't know. I will say, my favorite thing is in terms of, as I mentioned kind of earlier, Scarlet and Violet. If you have the opportunity to play it without getting just exploring without getting gym badges, there's a lot you can do that you never realized you could do. So exploring Scarlet and Violet with in a different way is a great way to play it. Professor Oak Challenge. That's my favorite Professor Oak Challenge. So just a nice, unique way to play the game. So I recommend that if you have the opportunity. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm struggling. Pokemon cards. Don't go into the scalpers. Overpriced. Only do it if you can get if you can do it in MSRP. That's not GameStop, because apparently now you have to pay 110 for a 151 ETB. GameStop's just not. I lost my trust in terms of cards. But there's still some good deals for cards. If you try to look for the non-hot, whatever, not in the, what is it? What's the word? Not whatever, not the most popular. That's where I would go to if you want your card fix. Otherwise, TCG Pocket is where I'd go, because right now the market's just not great. And we talked about it earlier. It's expensive. I can't justify it on top of all the other living expenses. But yeah, no, I can't think of any more. Those are top of the head kinds of things that come to mind.
All right, I hear you. There is one thing we can talk about, though. So, as most of you guys know, the last podcast we did with Coco, Pokemon Day didn't happen. This is the first podcast we've had since Pokemon Day.
Oh, that's right.
So we can finally talk about Legend ZA. So, out of what you saw out of that trailer, what were your impressions? What are you looking forward to the most? And what are you hoping for come release day?
My unrealistic fever dream, it would be tepid. You know how there's a Pikachu poncho where they have Pikachu dressed in other Pokemon?
Yeah.
Hoodie? What if we get Tepig in a Cyndaquil poncho as a card? Hear me out. I think that's a great idea. Pokemon, please do it. That is my long shot dream, but honestly, I'm ready for Team Chikorita. I'm really curious to see if they go the Mega route or the new form route. But, to make it make sense, it will probably be the Mega route. But I don't know. There's a lot I don't know, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to use my boy Totodile again. I love
Good
like
choice.
for alligators my favorite mono water type, so it's gonna be my starter for the run, no doubt about it. It'll actually be the second time now I've used the water type in Legends EA because
Oh, yeah.
or in Legends because in Legends Arceus I used Oshawott / Samurott. Now I'm gonna use Totodile, so it's like it's gonna be really interesting to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really hoping it becomes what my current theory is very, very grass for Chikorita. Is it Steel Fire for Tepig and Dragon Water for Baby Palkia for Totodile? That's my goal. What I'm hoping.
I don't know. Maybe it might be poison type because it kind of relates more with gators in the sewers.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. But whatever the case, I'm just gonna be glad that for alligators gonna be getting a little bit more love too.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I can remember back when I had Glaxon 13 on the show. He said that he thought it was going to be taking place post the events of X and Y in the future because it's going to be an urban redevelopment. So that's pretty much what's happened. It's going to be a futuristic urban redevelopment of the game. Like, I also like the fact that like the battle mechanics are going to be so different compared to Legends Arceus because you move with your Pokemon and they move with you. I like that. It's like you actually can dodge in real time, where it's not like affection dodge or you have a chance to dodge because of like accuracy drops. Like you actually can react in time to dodge.
Yeah, it's like I found it when like Legends first came out. You know how you can just move and leave a battle. I love how they expanded on that. Now your Pokemon can follow your lead.
Yeah, I also kind of like how like we can actually like jump from rooftop to rooftop with our Rotom phones, and like I don't know, like I found that aesthetic just really pleasing because like
That is a good one.
I don't know. Hopefully this time fall damage isn't a thing.
That's what I'm hoping for. You know, Rotom, whenever you fall in Scarlet Violet, it catches you. So, hoping. But yeah, what do you like? How do you feel about AZ being like a modern day giant?
I just don't really know. I was so like, out of all things to be doing after you've reunited with your Floette, like, why do you want to run a hotel?
That's how
Like-
I feel.
Like, I'm like, it's like, what the hell? Out of all things you could be doing, why are you running a hotel? Are you trying to make a living, or you just like is something you wanted to do? Like you could have traveled the world with your Floette, but no, you're gonna stay in Lumio City and run a hotel. It's like, what? Like, AZ, come on!
I really just want to know what they're gonna do with his character, because that's a weird turn, like you mentioned, you know.
I also want to see how like extensive they're gonna do with the Zygarde cores, because we saw or the Zygarde cells, because like I've seen the guy I've seen like Noggin make a video about how he's excited, how he's gonna like or wait, no, not Noggin, the guy who runs Therapy.net, like say he loves making maps. He loves making maps, and he's gonna love exploring Lumio City and finding all the Zygarde cells and whatnot. I just want to see how Zygarde comes into play in this series. Like, I genuinely don't know what exactly it's going to be like. So it's like, how is Zygarde going to come into play? Yeah. Oh yeah, Joe from Serbia. Yeah, I keep forgetting his first name. Sorry.
Joe Merrick. Yeah.
Yeah. I keep forgetting his first name for some reason. But yeah. Also, I like how this time we actually have like different, like depending on the gender you pick when you start, your rival is different. Like if you're male, if you play a guy, you get the girl, and if you play a girl, you get the guy. I think that's how it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but where, like, I get where Urbane's name comes from, like Urban, but where did, like, Tawny? Like, I don't understand the reference.
Tawny.
Oh,
I think it's Tawny, but
Tawny.
It's like town. Yeah.
Oh, a Tawny.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think it's Tawny though. It's just a weird, I don't know.
Like I just hate how it's like a copy and paste of like their facial features and whatnot. It's like copy and paste.
Yeah.
I don't like that factor, but like it's like ugh.
I'm just hoping for character customization a little bit, you know.
Yeah, they'll do that.
I'm not a fan of the outfit. That green.
I could live with it. It's gonna be a thing. It was in Legends Arceus, so it's gonna be a thing in ZA. But also, I want to also pinpoint this. Does anybody else think that Vinny is either related to Lysander or is Lysander in disguise?
Which one's Vinny?
The guard guy.
I can see it. It's the beard. I can kind of see it.
Like, does anybody else think this guy is like Lysander or Lysander or like his relative in disguise? I don't understand, but I just feel like it's just really off. That is not me. I don't have mutton chops. I got a full beard with a separating mustache. I don't got like mutton chops. Okay, so to close out the show, I like to give the guest a chance to talk about some future goals that they have for the year, regarding whether it's personal related or content creation wise. So, are there any goals that you hope to achieve by the end of the year?
Yeah. So, in terms of like content, I grew up Nintendo, so I've never really had the opportunity to play like PlayStation games or Xbox games. So a lot of my friends have been talking about these series they've grown up with, like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, The World Ends With You, a lot of Square Enix games. So I'm trying to like take this time to not play them, you know. So hopefully getting through Final Fantasy, starting Rebirth and Crisis Core. Yeah, I'm hoping this year I can finally finish my Gen Lock where we like try to beat every like one game of like the definitive game of each generation. I failed it 3 times already, all in Emerald. So I'm hoping to finally get past Emerald. And you know, honestly, I'm in terms of what to expect next. Probably, I'm really looking forward to get back to speedrunning. That's one of my most favorite things to do. They are long streams, but I don't know, it's just fun being with the game for 6 hours. And hopefully, Sword and Shield, I haven't bed run yet, so I'm looking forward to getting on that leaderboard somehow.
That's cool.
Yeah. Got quite a list. It helps that I'm like not a part-time, quarter-time shiny hunter, so a lot of my friends have that. And probably you too, like you have a list of shinies, you add to that list constantly. With all these new events, you know?
Like
I don't have to deal with.
Like the only list of shinies that I have are the shinies that I'm going to hunt for you guys as per that's like the only list that I have. Any other shinies I do are pretty much like on a whim, to be honest. Like when I was doing my Darkrai hunt, every Masuda hunt I did was like a whim. Like I just saw like, hey, this is a cool shiny, let's shiny hunt it, bam, and I get it within a little while. And I'm like, come on, I don't know what to go for next.
Now you need more content ideas.
Yeah, but I do.
Luck, problems, you know.
Yeah. I do want to finish up. I want to do like I have 4 Nuzlockes that I want to do by the end of the year, or maybe just just try to get to them at least. Let's see. I got like let's see. Yeah, I'm currently doing my Emerald Sea Glass Shiny Lock, and I'm gonna get through that. I want to try again with my Platinum Randomizer Nuzlocke. I want to do my Soul Silver Dark Lock, but I may or may not get to it this year. And I got a Soul Link that I want to do. So it's like, if I can at least do the Soul Link I'll be happy because I was gonna do that Soul Link last year before I went on hiatus, so I want to try and do that Soul Link again with Chaos and like just finally see if we can get that one off the ground because I've never done a Soul Link. I want to do a Soul Link. I've been on Twitch for almost 5 years. I want to do at least one Soul Link.
I will say pick your partner carefully. I am a terrible Soul Link partner, just because I bring bad luck. That's it. You saw with that Landorus earlier.
Well, Chaos and I are okay with each other, so it's like I think we'll be okay for whatever run we do.
And that I know I forgot to mention it, but ZA whenever it comes out, that's the other thing I'm really that's the other goal I have.
Okay, what's the other goal?
No, that was the other goal. Like play it and. Beat it.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah. I will hopefully find a good idea, like a creative idea, and then how to do a first playthrough of it. But I don't know. Too much in the air for that. Too far out.
I hear you. All right. So before we formally kick off, there's a rule of thumb here. Guest chooses the raid target. So who are we gonna send the nerds to today?
I'm a terrible person to ask, to make a decision here. So
just pick somebody, put their name in the chat, and I'll send it doesn't matter what they're playing, as long as they're live and you want to rate them, we'll rate them.
Hey, let's see. Jokingly, I almost put down Pokemon, but let me close my eyes real quick. Let's go here. Okay, interesting.
Where are the nerdhead going today? Yeah, I know Maria.
Let's go say hi to Maria.
Yeah, I think the show has raided into her before, so I'm Oh, she's hunting a jumbo applin. I see.
Yeah, she told me Teensy is too small to notice. So I'm sad about that part.
Okay, if you're subscribed to the Poké Network Twitch channel, you can use this raid message. If you are not subscribed to the Poké Network channel, you can use this raid message. There you go. All right, I'll give you guys a moment to copy and paste those. We'll go raid Marie in a minute. But before we kick off here today, Dray, I want to thank you again for being a part of, for letting me interview you for the show and also being a part of the podcast series. It definitely means a lot. So thank you very, 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 very much.
I enjoyed being here.
We enjoyed having you. So, do you have a normal outro that you like to say for your show at the end of every stream? Do you have like an outro you like to say?
I don't. I normally just panic and say bye.
panic and say bye. Okay.
Yeah, no, either I panic or I'm like 2 in the morning and I'm like, I can't think straight, like I normally end pretty late. At that point my brain's just like, thanks, I'll see you later. I
hear ya.
Try to do the general thing, but
yeah. I say I want to thank y'all again for choosing the Back Alleys, your place to hang out tonight. Stay safe, stay strong. I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care, you nerds.
I love that.
But in the spirit and honor of the True Turbo, I like to remind everybody to stay safe, stay rockin', stay true to yourself. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of pokeNERDS Inc. But from all of us here at pokeNERDS Inc. here today, I want to thank y'all again. Thank y'all for tuning into this podcast, and we'll see y'all in the next one. So everyone, bye-bye!